Hello, beautiful people. I'm about to go live with Michelle McGraw. I'm gonna invite her for this live stream. Let me see. There we go. Welcome, welcome. I'm about to go live with uh, a person that I know from my coaching group that I joined, and we're waiting for her a little bit. There she is. I sent you an invitation, Michelle. So in the meantime, I hope you have an incredible day while we're waiting for Michelle to join us. We're going to talk a little bit about personal development, personal growth, and mindset. And we will see where the conversation goes. So, are you able to join, Michelle? Let me send you another invitation to see if it works. Oh, yeah. There we go.
There we go. There we go. It had a request to join you, so.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Okay.
There we go.
I was trying to do it on my computer, but okay.
It's not working on your computer? Okay, that's strange. I'm on my mobile phone as well. I never done it on a computer, so I don't know how it works. But we're here.
Right, that's it. Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good.
Good. It's nice to meet you here. So.
Yeah, nice to meet you here. So, for the people that don't know you, who are you? Where are you from? What are you doing?
I'm Michelle McGraw from Wyoming, born and raised. I was in Florida for the last 6 months, but now I'm going to head back. I'm in Wyoming for a couple months now, and I'm going to head back to Florida again. So.
Okay, good. Yeah. Any particular reason?
Yes, my growth with my self-love and working with like Luke Mindpower has taken me to a whole different level, and I decided I need to get out of my comfort zone and try new things and change, and so.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. For the people that don't know, we were both in Luke Mindpower's Superpower Mastermind group. We did a personal development course, and yeah, we both changed a lot. Because when did you join Luke's program?
I've been with him 2 years, and now I'm internshipping with them, hoping to become a coach on his team.
Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah, I've changed careers. I've changed a lot. It's amazing what self-love can do for you.
Yeah, it definitely is. I joined Luke's program in November last year, so it's almost a year for me. And yeah, the amount of change is just crazy.
It's amazing. After Luke, I kind of jumped into Tony Robbins for a year, and when I went down to Florida, I planned on coaching then, but I decided after kind of diving into so much with Luke Mindpower and stuff, I kind of just needed some time off to heal and learn who I was, and I've always done everything for everybody else and what they wanted me to do, which I think we all get kind of trapped into that. It's what everybody else go along with what society thinks and what they view everybody as, and so I just kind of took some time to myself and healed, and that's kind of why I'm going back. I just so much more energy down there right now. It's kind of the change I need for right now. So.
Yeah, I understand that because I just finished the course, And that's exactly how I feel. I need to take some time off, take some time for myself, pour some into myself, because what a lot of people don't know that is working on yourself and working on your personal development, personal growth takes a lot of energy as well.
Yes, yes, it does. And it's scary. It's a you're kind of going against everybody at well, and people don't know how to take you as you're going through it because are we are changing, you know, we're and it's scary for family members, and that's probably been kind of my hardest. It's it because I've got a very loving family and my kids are having a tough time with it. You know, my son is okay. My daughter's having a really tough time with it. But I also know at the same time, if I don't start loving myself, I wasn't there before because of not self-love. So if I don't take control of me and love me first, to me, I'm in a much better mindset than I ever was before. You
Yeah.
know, I'm actually listening to people instead of just trying to bully my way in, trying to figure out where I belong. So, but
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of resistance from people because I also before that I was also already working on myself with a therapist, and I was already cutting people out of my life um, that didn't belong in my life anymore. Um, that dragged me down or just didn't have the same values. So yeah, I just had my parents and my sister and my grandma, and I don't have children myself, so I had a very small group of people, and that actually supported me on this journey. They saw the change that I was going through, and they were like, "Yeah, go for it. We see you're chasing for the positive, so for the better. It's
well,
good."
a lot
We're
of mine had to do with the divorce. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have interrupted it. Yeah, mine just
fine.
had to do with the divorce. And that's hard on them. You know, it's a lot of change, and I moved away. I think it was more that than it was my self growth, than it was anything. And things that had happened. I used to drink, I used to smoke, and I wasn't always there for them like I should have been. You know, I mean, yeah,
Mm,
there's a lot of times I should have been there more mentally. I was always there physically, always going to the school plays, always supporting and everything else. But there's a lot of times I wasn't there mentally as much as I should have been for them. And so a lot of it has to stem from that too, not just my self growth. And
yeah.
and me leaving, it's a big change for him right now. And my son just lost his dad from it was my first marriage, so he's had a lot of change. You know, it's and like my mom, my dad, and everything, they all support me very much. You know, so it's it's just I think kind of scary. It's a whole different, you know, change isn't easy for anybody. I don't think, you know. But,
No, chase is hard, and that's why a lot of people don't do it. And it's far more, although the life itself is not comfortable, it's far more comfortable to deal with the devil you know.
mhm,
Um, I've seen a lot of people around me that rather deal with the devil they know than the devil they don't know.
right,
And I'm not religious or anything, but I like that saying because it's just exactly what people are doing. They rather stay in the same position because it's what they know. It's safe. It's predictable.
right.
And going out of that comfort zone is very dangerous. I see Luke Mindpower in the house. Yes, of course you can join us. I've accepted your request, so we should see you in a bit.
This is awesome. He
This
is
is so
so
awesome.
good. He has helped me so much. Believe in myself until I got there. So it's like you said, the change is uncomfortable for a lot of people, but I realize now that I'm on the other side of change how rewarding it is when you take that step through courage.
Yeah, yeah, it's a hard process because I also with the exercises there was also a lot of resistance in myself and
Yeah.
emotions and places I didn't want to go and didn't want to yeah, I didn't want to face it basically because I was dealing with emotional eating and with in the past also with weed. I numbed my feelings, my pain, and my emotions, and I didn't want to deal with that.
Is he able to join or?
I don't know. Let's try again. I've accepted his request, but I don't know if he can join. Look, let us know if it's working.
Yeah, he has more practice with this than we do.
Yeah, it's fine. Technology will do its own thing. It's its own
That's
energy.
right.
So
That's right. That's one thing I'm learning is to be calm and more patient, not get so upset. It's like, you know what? It's all going to work out in the end.
yeah, that's how it goes, you know. Okay, let's try again. We will see. He is not able to join. I get the
Oh,
message. Why not?
he could even message me on Telegram if he knows a different way to do it.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know why it's not allowing us to let him join, but it didn't give a reason. Just that one wasn't able to join. So
Huh.
I don't know. We will see. So yeah, the personal growth and the mindset. It's just the mindset that I had before I joined the course was so different from what it is now. It's like I was very insecure. Wasn't I didn't want to be seen, even with people saying happy birthday for me. I always felt uncomfortable. I never wanted to be in the center of attention. So yeah, so that change is very very
There he is.
difficult. Sorry, I'm getting this. I'm
Hi,
getting
Luke.
distracted. Bye.
Hi guys.
There we
How are you?
go.
We
Just
were
try
just
How you
talking
doing?
again.
about you. How did you know?
Well, it's just I think everything happens for a reason, you know. But I saw you guys taking some action, and you know what? I was inspired because I remember when I first started using Instagram, and this was quite some time ago, and I didn't have any followers. I didn't have I had like a pretty small account, but every day at like 1 o'clock, I would go live with somebody that I reached out to on Instagram. And I would talk, you know, and I would just talk about like, I would basically interview them. And we would talk about life and about challenges and things that we're going through, how they're overcoming their challenges. And I only had sometimes one person or two people watching, you know. And so while I was watching you guys talk, you know, I was kind of reflecting on how far I've come, you know, and it's so easy to kind of not feel the recognition or not feel as if you're making progress or whatever because you're on social media and you're not getting the validation, you know. But there is something that happens in terms of the magic of persistence, of believing in yourself, of connecting with people, because there is an energy exchange between Mariole and Michelle right now. You guys are talking about life and about your challenges and how you're supporting each other, and that is actually something that's empowering like you're not aware of like how much you actually grow because you're connecting with other people and learning from each other. And I got to tell you that, like, attest to a lot of people that I connected with on social media have helped me grow because I've learned from them, you know. So what you guys are doing is inspiring and it's amazing. And I just wanted to come on and I know that my positive energy, even though you guys are working with me in, you know, the Superpower Mastermind, and you're doing the program, you're doing the work that I created, to see you guys take an action like this, and knowing how much energy I've had to put into myself to get to where I'm at, for me to like bless you with my energy right now, is like, it's incredible. It is like, I understand how we transfer energy, and you know, you guys know how much I talk about surrounding yourself with the right energy and having a positive environment, having the right people in your life that uplift you and inspire you, right? And so for me to come and just connect with you guys quickly and talk, I feel very grateful, and I'm very blessed to know you guys, you know. So keep going, keep doing your thing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, very blessed too. I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't without you, off medication and everything. So,
Well, yeah, why don't we just quickly share something like that? Because I'm sure everybody who's tuning in, they probably don't know who you guys are, but for everybody who's watching, Mary Olin is one of our members, or one of my clients inside my program, the Superpower Mastermind. Michelle has also been with us for over, has it been 24 months already?
it's been 2 years.
Yeah, something like that. But Mariolin, why don't you just quickly share what you're healing from, or what you're dealing with in your life, and how you're using, you know, personal development and self-love, and self-awareness, the power of your mind and your thoughts, and obviously changing your routine. How is that helping you to deal with who you are?
Well, at the age of 30, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And doctors told me they don't know where it's coming from. Scientifically, it's not proven where it's coming from. But they're saying that cannot be healed. And the first time I heard that, I was like, fuck that. Because I'm not going to live my life this way. So I asked if we can do something else, because I was on heavy painkillers. I was working in childcare, but it was really, really difficult to keep going at that. And I got into pain rehabilitation, where I learned to deal with the pain, and also some mental stuff that they taught me, but which some of it I wasn't ready to hear yet. But I made some progress, and I stopped my job in childcare, and I decided to go work in a less physical job. So I did customer service. That turned out to be very stressful. I also had a very demanding relationship with a partner that needed a lot of my help while I was dealing with my own shit. So yeah, it was very demanding, and I got a really, really big setback. I got into a depressive state of mind. I did in the meantime manage to get off my painkillers, but the pain came back. I needed to get help in the household. I got psychological help, but it wasn't enough. And my psychologist, she also saw there wasn't enough, and she recommended me to find a coach. And at that time, I was following you on Instagram, and I already joined the Dream Tracers. And in that same week, you asked for people to join your program. And I was like, this is a sign. I need to join. I was looking for a coach. You're asking for clients. Let's go. So yeah, and in the
So how has your life changed? How since doing the program, like how much has your life changed, and what are you doing now?
Yeah, I was talking about it a little bit before, but it changed dramatically. I was insecure. I was in a depressive state of mind. I was someone who didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to live the life that I was living, because I didn't have a nice outlook on life, with my disabilities that I was having. And yeah, just with learning how to love myself, because with with my psychologist, I learned a couple of things, but I didn't know how to apply them. So I knew what to do. I did not know how to apply that on my own life. So, and that's what I learned in this program, how to apply the what with the how, you know? And yeah, right now I'm in the happiest place that I've ever been. I've managed to heal about 80% of my pain with fibromyalgia. In the meantime, I was diagnosed with diabetes type 2, which was my biggest fear because it was in my family. And but the diagnosis itself didn't drag me down because I was already working on myself. I use it as fuel to go even harder. And in the meantime, I lost about 15 kilos, which is about 33 pounds for you Americans out there. And I'm in the best place I've ever been. So yeah, that's a little.
Amazing. So I'm so happy for you, Mariola, and keep going. And there's so much more to come.
Oh, yes.
You know, you understand the power of proximity, the power of investing in your personal development. And I'm grateful that, you know, I was able to not give up on myself and create something that connected with people like yourself that were ready to transform their lives and change. You know, so it is a long journey, but so is life. Yeah. And you have the power to make the right choices for yourself with what resonates with you, take action, and feel this makes sense to me. Let's keep growing. You know? So I'm looking forward to continuing to be your coach and to continue to support you and help you to get the success and the transformation that you deserve, which you've already made so much. But even for myself, I can say I've transformed my life, but I just keep doing it every day, you know, because it's an ongoing journey. But Michelle, I remember, because when I first started doing this work, there were so many people that were telling me, oh, I've come off my medication. And when I first heard that, for me, I didn't really pick up on it too much because I forgot about the whole health aspect of what happens when you work on your personal development, when you build self-love, when you build confidence in yourself, you change your vibration, you heal your past, which releases a lot of negative energy, which is very healthy for your body. So your body can actually regulate itself, right, in a really positive way. And that's why I say, like, if you're happier, you're healthier, you know? So the moment that you mentioned to me that you'd come off your medication, and what that actually like helped you to be able to do that?
Yes, it was, well, and I realized how much it's like you said, releasing the negative energy and just the mindset in all of it. We have been so programmed with the way everybody else wants us to do things, the healthcare, the everything else, that once I started looking deep down and healing myself, I listen to my body now. My body tells me what I'm going through. And actually the medication was causing so many more problems for me. It might have been healing one thing. It was just numbing the one part. I replaced it. I stopped alcohol. I replaced the alcohol with the medication. Well, I was always using something else. Now, with loving myself, releasing all that negative that has hurt my body, I'm able to regulate it myself and eating the right foods, exercise, energy. And it's like you said, the energy. I get around people and sometimes they don't know how to take the energy. They're like, wow, you know, it's like, what are you doing? I had one ask me, it's like, God, your eyes are so clear now. They're not so foggy. And I'm like, yeah, I believe in myself now. I love myself. And the program, that digging deep down, after 53 years, you don't realize how much stacks up on you, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, program, that's what helped you uncover all of that.
And what was the medication that you came off?
Antidepressant and for high blood pressure. And that was all due to stress.
Yeah, stress. Yeah.
And
okay.
even
Cool.
going
Awesome.
through menopause, I don't have the hot flashes and what stuff that a lot of women talk about, but I've learned to regulate getting that stress out of my body and loving myself and feeling ways to release that. The tools to do that is amazing.
Powerful stuff, guys. Thanks for sharing. So, guys, if anyone's tuning in right now, so Mariola is you know, she's healing from her fibromyalgia. So she's done a lot of work on her personal growth and building her confidence. So she's managing that now, which, you know, as you could probably have heard how positive she is. And it's not an easy thing to be very positive and uplifted and empowered when you're, you know, dealing with, you know, your health not being where you want it to be. And Michelle also, you know, coming off medication, this is just a product of their actions in doing the Superpower Mastermind, which is my 20-week personal transformation course program. So normally what I would do is I would get you guys to give me I'd give you a call to action. I'd say, hey, send me a message on Instagram. But unfortunately, our messages are like, there's too many of them. And so if I tell you guys, send me a message and write the word, you know, transformation and send it to me, we're not going to see it because there's too many messages. So if there's anybody watching right now that actually wants to do the program and wants to do and be a part of the Superpower Mastermind, which there's a lot involved, I'm not going to go into it, but if you want to get on a quick call with one of my success coaches and my leadership team so you can learn more about if and how we could possibly help you, the best way to contact us is to send us an email. And the email is support@lukemindpower.com. Don't send us a message on Instagram because we won't see it. There's too many messages and so many people are messaging to try to join the program. But the best way for you to quickly get in contact with us so that we can connect with you personally is to send us an email. Okay, the email is support@lukemindpower.com. Very simple. Just email us, support@lukemindpower.com, and just say, hey, how do I get access to the Superpower Mastermind? I'm interested in the 20-week program, and we'll give you some more info on how to get started. Okay, so that's support@lukemindpower.com. Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you, Mariola and Michelle. Thank you so much for letting me come on and vibe with you guys. I hope that I have made your day.
You did.
And
yeah.
keep showing up, keep taking action, because as we always say, everything you want is on the other side of action. And the treasure that you seek is hidden in the work that you're avoiding. And this is the work that you're not avoiding, is speaking your truth, expressing yourself, and believing in yourself, which is so important. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
Appreciate
Bye.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
That was awesome.
That was so awesome. And thank you for everybody who's watching, for the love. I really appreciate it, and I think Michelle does too.
Yes, I do, very much so.
How much time do you have left?
I'm good. It's how what you have planned out. So
Yeah, I can. Well, not that we will go for another half hour, but I have about a half hour before I have to start dinner because I'm going to body pump lessons tonight.
Oh,
so
nice.
thank you so much, Caroline. Caroline's here as well.
Hi, Caroline. It's a wonderful group. God, the support that well, in meeting like you and I just meeting in there, the women that it is such a safe place. I wouldn't have been near as far with not having the support from all of the women and everybody in it too. It's such a, I don't know, yeah. And the program, digging into it on my own, being so shy and being so, I wouldn't have said anything. I wouldn't have gone to a therapist or anything before. Being able to speak out and people love on me just helped so much. What they believed in me before I ever did, which helped so much. So
yeah, definitely.
Like people like meeting with you and
yeah, it's incredible, the support. Because for the people that are watching, there is a separate group for women and a separate group for men. So you share your experience with your own gender, basically, and then in the live trainings that Luke does in the program, then we're all together.
Right.
So we need some more kings. So men, if you want to work on your mental health, we need more men working on their mental health. So if you're looking for someone to coach you, go send an email at support@lukemindpower.com and send an email because Luke is a great coach.
Yes, he is. And you get to kind of do it on your own. You get out there as much as you want to. And that's what I liked about the program, is I could slowly get out there more. And it was on my terms. I did it on my terms, not on somebody else which helped. That to me, that was probably the biggest thing that helped me. So yeah, it's great. Well, God, look how far you've come. You're doing Instagrams, and it's so neat to see everybody grow. Everybody encourages each other. There's not the negative pull you down. It's like, come on, let's go. I'll be right there, and I'll be lifting you up along the way. And that
Yeah.
to have that kind of surrounding is just amazing. You know?
Yeah, because you're looking for self-love, but in the meantime, the people there in the group are there to support you and to love you while you cannot yet. And that's
Yeah,
amazing.
exactly.
The
Very
love
well said. Yeah.
you get, it's just it's overwhelming sometimes. And even if you especially in the beginning where you're just unsure and you don't know, like, am I in the right place, right? And then you get overwhelmed with this love and support and like people that are believing in you, and like, oh, okay, hey, maybe I can do this.
Oh wait, I know, right? I know. I just and like just from where I've come in 2 years, it's amazing. I would have never ever dreamed that I would be as free. And now I want to travel. I want to go see things. And I'm still friends with my ex-husband. He's a wonderful man. I just realized we weren't connected, going at the same pace. But he's wonderful. It's, and it has taught me not to be hateful. It's, so yeah.
Yeah, definitely. With my relationship that I had to end it last year, just before a couple of months before I started the program. It's about a year now that I separated from him, and I really needed to cut contact with him because I was trying to accept my responsibility for my behavior. Because I also had toxic behavior. I was a people pleaser. I just kept doing things even though it was too much for me. And I kept saying it was too much for me, but I didn't stop doing things. And that's my toxic trait that I need to work on. But he wouldn't accept a responsibility for his. And you eventually would accuse me of cheating and all that kind of stuff. And then I was like, okay, I need to block you now. And we need to stop having contact because this is not going to go anywhere. So yeah, that's a shame because we were friends for a very long time. I was friends with him for 10 years, and then we have the relationship of 9.5 years. So we always knew each other for 20 years. So that's not an easy thing to do, but it's something that I needed to do because I felt him dragging me down, and I wasn't able to grow in his presence.
All right. Yeah. I lucked out. Mine, we both accepted. Hey, we both did. It was both of us. It wasn't, No, I lucked out. He did accept, and I accepted what I was doing because, I'm a people pleaser too. And I would just shut up and everything stacked and stacked and stacked. And then And I did that with my first husband too. And I'm like, I just didn't know how, I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know how to deal with it. So, yeah. But now I know how to deal with it, and I know how to feel the emotions. In our era, we were kind of brought up to cowgirl up, get back on the horse, go on. You'll be all right, and I realized how much our parents were just doing the best that they could. And, well, just like me kind of parent, it's like we have no rule book. We have no clue what we're doing sometimes, we just kind of go with what, oh, my God, they think I should be doing this, let's do that. And then you get kind of lost in being who you truly are deep down.
Yeah. In the Netherlands, we have a saying, put your shoulders on the rit. Put your shoulders on the rit and go. Like, lift it up and just carry it with you, just push through till you can't anymore. And that's not a really healthy mindset.
No.
I still hear my grandma use it all the time. And I'm like, no, grandma, you don't always push through. Sometimes you need to set back and let yourself heal, let your body heal, and not push through all the pain. And, your
and then you do end up pushing on once you deal with the pain. It's just in a different way, really. I'm so much stronger now than I ever was. I push myself more now than I did before, instead of resisting.
Yeah, it's pushing in other ways.
Yeah.
Like,
there you go.
Knowing when to push and knowing when to rest.
There you go.
It's a delicate balance, almost like a dance, sort of.
Yep, it
It's the
is.
same with your mindset, right? It's not that I'm always happy. It's not that I always have happy thoughts. I have those dark thoughts. I still have. When
Yeah.
I before I came on here, I was nervous as hell,
Me too.
and my brain was telling me, "You can do this." And I was like, "Yeah, I can. Fuck you."
I know, right? We have the
It's
tools now to push that aside
yeah,
and
it's
to deal with
like
it. Yeah.
uh, observing those thoughts and seeing they are not helpful. That's how the way I see it. I don't see them as bad thoughts or good thoughts. It's just your inner child, like that's scared and is calling out like, "I'm scared. I don't want you
Right.
to do this. Please protect me." And
Yeah.
then you say, "I've got you."
Yep, yep. That's exactly. You said that spot on. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's just amazing. Um,
it it is.
I never thought I would get here, so
Me
I'm
neither.
nowhere near where I want to be, but I never thought I would get here.
Well, exactly. Well, and it's like you said, and I'm kind of redoing the program now. I'm digging a little bit deeper again because there is so much layered down and stacked down that now I'm in a whole different place. So I'm redoing the program again. And like I said, internshipping with Luke and because I'll coach and help people because I see how important it is and how the world really needs it, and
Yeah,
I do have
yeah,
a story to tell. I finally have the confidence to say, "Oh my God, I am worth something." I do have a story, and I can help people. I've always wanted to help people. I've always been there for people, and so now I'm so much more confident in being able to help them now. So
yeah, definitely. I see just somebody commenting. I'm still in the world of fear. I need to put myself out there more. I need all of the support I get. Just remember that there is no courage without fear. It's not that we're not supposed to feel fear. Fear needs to be there because it's your fuel. It's just being afraid and doing it anyway, and that's courage. So
courage
I hope
over
that
comfort. Sorry.
and get out of your comfort zone. Do more indeed. It's like when I started my TikTok in December last year and I was freaking scared, but I did it anyway. And now I'm doing a live on Instagram every Thursday. The more you do it, the more comfortable it gets. So just keep doing, even though you're scared, and tell those negative thoughts go away and say to your inner child, "I've got you. You don't have to be afraid. We're gonna do this, and I'm gonna protect you."
Yeah.
And the nice thing is with doing things, if you make a decision, you also can unmake that decision.
It,
You can always
it's a
decide to stop or to end some things or anything, right? Except for some big decisions, of course. But in general rule, you can always change your mind.
Yep, yep,
And that's something that I needed to learn. I thought if I made a decision, I had to stick with it, hold on to it with all my might.
yep.
But it's not the case. You can always change your
You
mind.
can. Yep. That's very true. I've learned that myself too. And one thing I helped me realize is there's always going to be two sides to the coin. How do you want to look at it? And I've just chosen to look at the other side of it. There's always the negative. There's always the positive, and it's I don't know. And the change, it's like to me, everything's going to change anyway. How do I want to embrace it and go on? Do I want to stay back and fight it, or do I want to go on and just say, okay, and it's like you said, talk to your inner child, because it is scared a lot of times. I was scared coming on here, and I'm learning to do more TikToks. I'm learning to get out there more, and I'm getting a lot more of that. I'm not afraid to speak of who I am anymore at all.
No, that's just it as well. I'm not afraid of being me anymore as well.
Exactly.
Because I was always hiding my metalhead side. I'm a metalhead. I listen to all different kinds of music. I mean, I also do Zumba, right, with Latin American music. I listen to all different kinds of music. I have music for every emotion. But when I grow up, my parents listened to metal and rock, and that's what I grew up with. When I was in my teens, The new metal scene was really in with Limp Bizkit, Korn, all that kinds of stuff that some metalheads hate because it's not real metal.
Yeah.
So I always liked the kind of music that nobody liked, and I was always afraid of portraying that because in the time that I got a job, piercings were not allowed, tattoos were not allowed, um, dyeing your hair was not allowed. So I couldn't be myself basically, and I hid that part. And right now I'm accepting that again. Even in my videos or my stories, I'm using sometimes I use metal because that's a part of me, and if I push that away, I push away a part of myself. And it was also with my ex-boyfriend. He hated metal. He couldn't stand it. It made him angry. So I wasn't allowed to play it when he was around. And now I know. If I have a future partner, I'm not searching for anything right now because I'm still trying to grow and trying to build a business and everything. But they at least need to tolerate metal.
Yeah. Well, and I think once we start loving ourselves, you find the people that you connect with, whether that be friends, family. So that I think all comes with just, yeah, like you said, loving yourself and what. And to me, that's me, my coaching, helping other people. That to me is what's coming first too. Yeah.
Oh yes, I met someone a couple of months ago, and she goes to my gym, and I'm building a friendship with her. And the things we have in common is crazy. It's the amount of things we have in common. You would never have thought that we would have that in common. And I think that is going to happen more now. I'm more authentic, loving myself, and really putting myself out there the way I am, and not wearing this mask anymore.
Yeah.
And I think with that energy, I also attract people who want to be that as well.
Yeah.
Who want to be themselves.
You do. I've really noticed that. And I've noticed what I'm putting out there is coming back to me. Manifesting. Once I start thinking about, I took the time off and then I quit. And I mentioned to Caroline, Luke's sister, I was like, I think I want to get into coaching. It's like, I'm ready now. I'm getting stagnant again. I need to grow. I said, I think I want to get into coaching. Well, it was right after that. Luke had asked me, and I mean, she didn't even ask me. It all just starts coming. It's he had seen the potential in me that I didn't see, and so I'm grateful for that. And but I knew I was going back into coaching, and then things just start opening up. It's like once you start, the energy that you put out really comes back. It really does. So, and I think you're right. You'll just keep finding more and more people like that.
Yeah, and also with because I started with some funny videos on TikTok, and after that I started sharing, because I was diagnosed with diabetes type 2. I started sharing that, but I noticed while I was making those videos, that went on. I felt like this is not what I'm meant to do. I couldn't put a finger on it. It was just a feeling, and I thought I need to share more about my fibromyalgia, and that's when I started doing my fibromyalgia series, right? Like Stop Fighting Your Fibromyalgia. And I got, without putting in more effort, more views, more likes, people saving the videos in their favorites. Like without putting in more effort, I was putting them in the same amount of effort, but just in a different subject that was closer to my heart. And that's how you can see if you really try and be yourself, and you don't have to put in any more effort. You don't have to try harder, because I was trying harder all of my life, and it all went downhill. So now I'm not trying harder. I'm being myself. I'm working smarter.
That's what I'm noticing too. I am who I am. Yeah, it's, you kind of remove that mask and get out of the fear of being actually who we are. And it's like, kind of realize how many people already accepted us before. And it's like, but we had the perception and the negativity in our minds so much that once you get that fear out of the way, it helps. helps a lot. But yeah, I was raised more on country. My grandpa sang guitar, and just around Wyoming, that's a lot what we're around. But music has always been a lifesaver for me too. Huge, like, or even just being out in nature and out by the river, water, and I find that I go outside a lot. If I don't start my morning off with my tea outside with the sun coming up, it throws my whole day now, and it's like I just started taking more time for what I wanted to do and not for everybody else. So
Yeah, that's what I started to do too. Because I did meditations in the evening, and then it sort of slipped away and slipped away out of my habits. And I'm like, right at on this moment, I'm a little bit lower on energy. There are different things going on mentally as well. So I'm like, how can I put some energy back in? And
yeah,
that's when I started to do the morning meditations on my balcony. In the early morning, I wake up at 7 on weekdays, and then the early sun is on my balcony, and it's just wonderful listening to the birds because I have a little stroke of nature right here. I have a big tree and some grass in front of my house. I live in an apartment, so I'm really lucky to have this in the middle of a big city, right?
yeah,
So because everything in the Netherlands, we don't have many forests, and even the forests that we do have are man-made. So it's not real. It's real, but it's not like
yeah.
it didn't form by itself. So it's really difficult to go out your way and really go into nature. So that I have a little piece of nature right here is just a blessing.
That is, that's where I'm growing up in Wyoming. I was lucky around a lot of nature. But I'm also learning, I love down in Florida where my parents have a place on the canal. I sit by the water there. It's a different nature that I'm learning. And I think that's why I want to go back down is I'm out in the sun so much more. It's a lower altitude. Both places to me will always have a place in my heart just because it's nature, and I'm loving that now. I'm getting back to who I was actually when I was a little kid, outside all the time playing, and so yeah.
Yeah, I remember being outside as well. It was before the smartphone and internet area.
I know. I know, right?
So yeah, in the time that if you wanted to know where a friend was, you did, or you called their house, or you just went looking for them.
Exactly.
That's
Yep,
right.
exactly.
Um,
Yep, yep.
so yeah, I played a lot of outside as well because my parents didn't allow me to watch too much TV, and I really loved being outside.
Yep.
They had to drag me in sometimes. So.
I know. Oh, I remember those days too. Yes, yes. I loved it too. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Mindy. Love you too.
Love all you guys.
Yeah. So thank you so much for the people that kept on watching, and thank you so much for all the love. I don't know if I have much more to say for today, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's just connecting with nature, connecting with yourself, with your true self, is the most important thing you can do. And yeah, you are starting coaching, and I will hopefully start coaching in the future as well. So if you guys have any questions, send us a direct message.
yeah,
If you're dealing with anything, just ask.
yeah,
We're here.
yeah,
We
yeah.
can
My
use the
important thing
training.
is I want to, I want to help people and lift them up. That's my main thing. That's my purpose in life. I know what my purpose in life is now. So,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Take your control back.
Yeah, take control of your life and try not to hold on rigidly to things.
There
Also
you
learn to
go.
let go.
There you go. There you go.
It's a delicate dance.
It's balance. It's balance in
Yeah.
so much. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But, all right. Well, thank you.
Thank
I really
you so
enjoyed
much for
this.
this conversation.
Thank
I
you.
really enjoyed it too.
All right.
So thank you for everybody watching, and love you all.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye bye.